Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to yet another week of Market Mastery where we make you some more money. Absolutely crushed Robinhood over the past month, especially the last week, exploding here. Total return on all the strategies I currently have deployed is about 441% so far. So this has been a big winner for us. It's trading above 19. We're going to pop over to the chart. Today, we will talk SPY. We will give you your options trades. This week, once again, we nailed over 100% on the options trades, especially the ones to the upside for the SPY analysis, which means you have the potential to double your money in less than a week just by showing up here for 1 hour of your time. So let us get into it. Let's get right into these tasty opportunities here. Here is our outlook on Robinhood. I just want to start with this one because it's ripping and I'm happy. Our expected move is to continue to the 30s. Now we have again entered this one around 850, and then we bought some more at 961. That is when we entered the options trade. So once again, those trades are already active. They're already ripping. They're already running. I do not think that jumping into more options trades right now is the move. We are simply waiting for more upside as we have held above 16. That is our stop loss on this chart right here, right now. That's exactly how I'm going to trade this one. We are expecting this move to clean up this liquidity zone we have from the time it ran from basically from when it broke down from 35 and went as low as about 6 and change back in November of 2021. We're looking to clean up this zone again. There will be quick and I think fast-paced liquidity. You can see we're almost mirroring the chart right here. We had a couple of kind of sideways tilted moves before we fell off fully, but we had 2 or 3 consecutive weeks of just massive downside. And I think that our opportunity here is to have 2 or 3 weeks of massive upside upcoming on this chart. It is looking like a mirror image of what we saw before. Again, looking at this on the whole, we are up about 441% on the options. On equity, we're up even more. Trade this one smart, trade it safe. Do not over allocate. This is not the trade to do it on. We still have explosive upside, but once again, for those of you that are just joining this stream, this is one of the trades I gave out that is already, the entry for me has already passed, has already occurred, is already in play. So please be sensible, be careful, don't chase anything. There are going to be plenty of opportunities, and we're going to dive into the SPY right now and give you count them, 2 options trades for the week. So that way, if the SPY goes bearish, you know what to trade. If the SPY goes bullish, you know what to trade, and you're going to be ready to go. Dun, 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 dun. So let's get into it. First of all, quick check-in. How's everybody living? How you doing? Did anybody take our SPY options trades for the week that made us a killing? I know that a lot of you have been following the stream for a long time. I want to make sure that you guys are getting max use out of this. And more importantly, I want to make sure that you guys have been enjoying these trades and making your money. We were targeting the 518 call on the SPY for April 5th, which, let's see, went to about $9. So we talked about this contract when it was trading at about $3.90. So it nearly tripled from March 20th to March 21st. So last week, let's get a little closer here. So last week, we gave you the 518 call. As you can see, we're still trading above there, but on Wednesday, we had that explosive move that carried over into Thursday and pushed to 523. Had you followed that 518 call that I outlined last week, you saw a 250% return on that single contract. And last week, I walked you through how the breakout over 515 was the buy signal before we hit 518. It followed exactly as we thought it would. It absolutely boomed, and you made some money. I hope if you've been following the trades, you should have. If you didn't, keep following as we train you up so that you can start making some real money off these, because that is the goal. So looking at our SPY chart here, we are in new territory. Once again, we reached all-time high at 524. To zoom out a little bit, you can see that we are currently trading in a little bit of a channel here that is going sideways, but it has, I think, more upside to come given this nice little downturn we got here is tight little consolidation channel is typically what we see on the SPY before we get another strong move up. So we are going to be eyeing calls yet again, first and foremost. Let's find our high. We got a $4 move there. So we got about a $10 swing between 524 and 515. And yep, let's map it out. So for this week, here's where we're watching on the SPY. So as you can see, we had a very strong breakout over 515. We went as high as 524 and a quarter. The question is, where's the SPY going to go now? So what I want to do here is break down with you what I think the price action will be for the next couple of days. And then we will go to the options chain and look at these specific options contracts that I think are most well positioned for you to trade to capture that move and make your money. How y'all doing? How y'all doing this week? Is everybody doing well? Is everybody out here living good? Let's get some feedback here. You guys gonna say anything or what? I put a link at the bottom if you would like to get the daily trade alerts for free, along with the free trading education courses. Simply go to the Discord, discord.gg/pennyboys with an I. Spring is around the corner. You are right, my friend. Fine and fancy, says Mr. Porter. Excellent, excellent, excellent. The SPY is going to pay us yet again this week, as it has week over week over week. Very excited to dive into this with you. Not on the live. That is absolutely true, Mr. Charles William Bell. Out in the rain. I hear that, my friend. So, once again, the 518 call we listed last week, the same trade that we gave you last week. Boom, 250%. We gave you that trade at about $3 and change. That contract traded up to $9 off the high. So you had a 250% upside on one of the trades that we gave you last week. Let's break down what we think is going to happen in the market for this week. And then we will go into the specific options trades I'm eyeing for this week to hopefully get you another fatty return, much like you did last week. So anytime we see a strong move to the upside, again, remember, this is on the hourly chart. You can see right here. So these are each an hour candle, which means it absolutely ripped on Wednesday with no sign of coming down in sight until Wednesday. We found our top at about 524. So now that we know where the ceiling is, let's find our floor. And I think we're going to start right here on our bullish trade with 519.5. Okay. So what we're going to watch for at open, and I'm going to draw this out for you, is for our bullish scenario to materialize. So for those of you that think SPY is going to be bullish and you're watching the bullish options contract I am going to walk you through, this is how you need to see the chart play out for that trade to be in effect. So when we open tomorrow, our most opportune buy would be right here around 519.5. So when the market opens and this starts trading, we would love to see a couple consolidation touches off of 519.5. This would be the ideal time to load up on your call contract, which we will break down for you in just a second, for potential upside tomorrow. I think that the only way SPY remains bullish is if we stay above 519.59. Because if we don't, keep in mind, keep this at the very front of your mind, if we don't stay above 519.5, we are very likely, and I'm going to draw this out for you. I like to be visual. I think everybody understands visually. So should we open tomorrow and we break below this green line that's at 519.5, we're going to head probably back down to this trend line support right here. You can see a nice longer term trend line support dating back all the way to January of the beginning of the year. So we have a strong support there that we can remain fairly confident is going to continue to be our support. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to get loaded up into a strong calls position to the upside if we don't hold above 519.65. So again, Mark this on your chart. My goal for this, you guys, is to have your chart pulled up while we're walking through it. So that way no one's confused. When you look at the chart in the morning and you look at the chart tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, you know the exact levels this thing needs to be at for each of these plays to take effect. So mark 519.65. This is our bullish support that must hold. 519.5, give or take. Always give yourself a little bit on a couple cents here and there. So let's talk confirmation. Raise a show of hands from the last couple weeks as we've explained what does confirmation look like. Does anybody want a little deeper explanation on what to look for confirmation, or can we breeze right through it? So just type in the chat. I just want to know, is everyone on a solid footing with confirmation, or is that something we should talk about right now really quick before we get into the specific options trade that we're going to trade if SPY remains bullish? I'll give you guys a second. Okay, fine. I'll just explain it. So confirmation looks like this. We're going to go to the 30-minute chart. What we need to see, as you can see here, this is a bullish 30-minute candle. Look at this one we just circled right here. As you can see, the price came down and touched 519 and change, and it held up, and the price pushed up above 420. Now to train your eyes to look right here. SPY started selling off. This is our support. We broke below our support right here and right here. We broke below our support, right? But then we got confirmation that the trend was going to hold. It's okay if it breaks below that line, but you want the candle to open, ideally open and close above that line to give you a very strong speculative opinion that this candle closes and opens and closes above our trend line. Again, this strategy is based on trend channel trading, meaning we create via two horizontal lines. Again, this is for people that don't have a deep experience with technical analysis. This is meant to be so easy that you can still do it. So looking at this, your confirmation looks a lot like this. The price dips below for a second, but then a 30-minute candle opens and closes, ideally opens and closes above that line, and then you'll see upside. So what we need to see happen tomorrow is we need to see a little bit of consolidation and support, but we need to have that confirmation above this line, at which point when we see that confirmation, so when that 30-minute candle closes above, that's our buy opportunity. And what specific contract we're going to be looking at, I think we're going to shoot for 523 because we know that's the most likely to hit. You can go 524, which is a little more adventurous, but I think that we can get away with 523, not take as much risk. So going to the SPY options chain, I think using Robinhood keeps us very simple. It's not the best in execution, but it is very easy to understand. So this is our SPY bullish options trade based on the analysis we just did. So if you're just joining us, make sure you rewind this 2-3 minutes to understand how the chart needs to play out for this to take effect. So remember, we always try to shoot for at least 2 weeks out. I like April 12th. We can go 18 days, so nearly 3 weeks. And we're on the calls here. Applied volatility is low. That delta is pretty good. We can go 524. So we're looking at the 524 call for the SPY dated 4/12. It expires on April 12th. Delta strong here. Implied volatility is not too high at all. Open interest is good. And it's seeing decent trading volume, so there should be liquidity here. Tight bid ask, always a good sign when looking at an options contract. You always want to see that so that you don't get stuck and killed on the margin. So now going back to our chart. So we're looking specifically, there's the options contract for you. So you can add that to your watch list and keep that close. So again, our bullish scenario is as follows. We want to see it open. It might go to 520 or so. We'd love to see it come down and retest support here. Get our confirmation on the 30-minute, much like we see right here. That's going to be my trigger to buy. Once we get that buy, then we should, in theory, see this just shoot up. I think it's going to kind of consolidate a little bit to the upside, and then it's going to struggle at 522.5 right about here, and then it should push pretty strongly to 524 and change. Now, my strategy with these, right, is to just quite simply either swing them overnight, but most of the time, quick day trade. I'm talking not quick day trade, just take a couple hours typically. But if we get this at open, I think that the upside is going to be significant to hold for a day or two. And the reason we go 2-3 weeks out is so we don't get killed overnight on the theta. So our stop loss on this trade will be very simple. It will be candle close below this right here. So if the candle wicks up, it's really hard to draw on this. This is really annoying. I wish you could just draw candles, but you get the point. So when the candle goes below and closes, if our candle closes below this, we're done. So often you'll see the price come down and then it'll rubber band back up and it'll hit its head on the ceiling. So again, it's like it's going, imagine you're in an apartment building, right? You're going down a floor and then you start banging your head against the ceiling. That is the confirmation that this trend has turned bearish, which means that we need to exit that call as fast as humanly possible. I will be done with the trade at that point, and at which point we then trade the bearish options, which we're going to discuss in just a minute. So make sure you can do simple things such as like set an alert, right? And we already know it's 519.61, so we just go like this, 519.61. Price is less than 519.61. Let's put it a little below, just so we don't get false triggers. 519.58. So you can set these little alerts like this that make this so simple. So simple. So it's set to go off at that price, which means then if I'm not watching the market particularly closely, I'm not going to get killed on that options contract because I'm not going to set a stop loss on the actual option. I set it on the chart because I'm using that to make my determination. So that being said, we know what we need to see for the bullish outcome. We know what our stop loss is for the bullish outcome, which is ironically the same setup we'll need to see for the bearish outcome. So now we're going to talk. The reason we go through both is so that you guys are permanently repaired. It does not matter which way the market goes. You're going to make money either way. That's why we do this, right? If you go into every trade only having one philosophy, going up or going down, you're going to lose because you can't control the market. So this is how you control you and set yourself up to be on pace with everyone else that's in the market, the big money, the smart money, so that no matter which way the trend goes, you are making money. That's the point here, guys. That is the point. My goal for you is to, again, teach you how to just install that ATM machine right in your living room that just prints money for you nonstop. Because if you know I'm going to make money whether SPY goes up or down, you're set up for life. You could use this one strategy to make a couple grand a week and never work again. So use it. Set your chart up while we walk through it. Have these options trades set up on your watch list so they're quick and easy to execute. Do the work required to be set up for success, or you will never find that success. Traders fail because of themselves, their emotions, their lack of discipline, not because the market failed them. Because the market doesn't have that power. The market can't fail you. It can't fail me. It simply is. So let's talk bears. If we open, soft open tomorrow and immediately come down, I think we're going to bump our head against resistance here, which was our support previously. And then I think we're going to dip back down to 518 where we might hold up. However, if we go lower, then 515 is our target. So keep that in mind. if we look on Monday today, right, SPY went 521 to 519, $2 move. As we mapped out last week, every 2 days, give or take, SPY was moving 1.8%. So the question is, if that is going to continue, we need to be prepared for it. Or sorry, the question is, if that's going to continue, how far is SPY going to go from here? And we do need to be prepared for it. So this is the bullish support that it must hold. If it breaks below, it becomes bearish. Then we're defaulting to trend line support right here, this blue line, which will become our trend support. Let's look at the specific options contract that we're going to look at. I think we remain April 12th, 18 days to expiration. We're going to go to puts here. And realistically, I'd be a little nervous to go less than 518 because we do have significant support there. So we're looking at this 518 put. All right, so we got this set up. Sorry, guys, I'm just working this out here. Done. Got it. Okay. So that is our bearish trade that we're looking at. Once again, the 518 put dated 412. IV is low. Open interest is okay. Looks like calls are definitely where the money's at this week. But again, I want you to be prepared for both situations, both trades. I want you to make money whether SPY goes bull or bear. And that's exactly what you'll do. Most weeks, for those of you that followed this stream, you have had the potential going through, since I do both the bearish trade and the bullish trade, there have been a number of weeks, Porter can tell you, there have been a number of weeks in which both trades have hit 100%, meaning we outlined our range. We talked about where we go bearish and where we go bullish. If you followed both options trades that I gave you that week, you went bullish at the bottom, bearish at the top. You made 100% down and then 100% back up. So two different trades, two different directions in which you made over 100% return in less than a week from watching one stream for 1 hour. That's my goal for you guys. I want this to be the best hour of your week where you're set up for the entire week. Yeah, 38 or something. There's 38 times where that's happened. So Yeah, we're going to get into that. So that's the SPY. Remember, we went through for those of you that just joined, looks like the numbers are ticking up here. We dove into both the bearish and the bullish thesis on SPY. We broke down the exact level you need to watch before knowing whether it went bullish or bearish. And we dialed in on the exact options contract you trade for the bullish outcome and the exact options contract you trade for the bearish outcome. So you should have both. You just have to rewind a little bit when we're done here. So you can also use tools like Stocks Buddy. For those of you that don't have it, definitely just get it because it does this for you. If you put it on the hourly chart, you can see how accurate it is. It basically nails the trade every time. Bearish, bullish is not as good, but the bearish trades for the last week have been great. I mean, the bullish trades for the other day gave you bull signal of 515. SPY ripped about, on options wise, ripped about 300% from there. Because last week our bullish trade was the breakout of the 518 calls. We bought them right here in the breakout. Those went up 250% in 2 days. So you turned $100. Well, there's $300 contracts. You turned that 300 into 900 in 2 days. So for those of you that aren't used to making, I got out too soon, saw green. Hey man, that's all I want you to do is see green in your portfolio from following these trades. That's the goal here. If you see the green in your portfolio from the trades we're talking about, dude, take your profit always and forever. But keep in mind on that trade, right? We were targeting 519. When it hit that target, what you can do is you can either, like on equities, you could obviously set a trailing stop loss. At that point, I would just stare at the chart. And if we get rejected at whatever our top line resistance is, just kill the trade then. Or wait until you start to see that fade happening. So for example, if you would have held on, it goes to 524. When you see it drop $2 and like 2 candles, cancel it. But you'd have been up another 100% or so. So I get that, but I'm really glad. I'm really glad you brought that up. Oh, you brought this up. My problem is knowing how long to stay. So yes, I determine how long I'm holding these contracts based on the price action at the time. So you should always have, and if you don't, join that Discord link below. If you don't have a coaching plan, like if you don't have a trading plan, like we build those for free, we'll do it for you. Just come in there, talk to us, like let them build that for you, because my trading plan, say on day trades, for example, is I'm shooting for an 18 to 21% return on that trade. Yours might be different. Maybe you have a $500,000 account and you're looking for 2%. So what really matters is dialing in on the specifics, because this isn't one size fits all. If you're taking the same options trade I am, you might be aiming for a 100% return or a 2% return. Either way, it's very different from what I'm doing. So you can follow the price action. That's primarily what I do. So in the event of the bearish scenario that we just discussed, right? We talked about the price breaking below 519.60. We talked about a 30-minute candle closing below this support right here. So this is our pivot point, 519.60. That 30-minute candle closes below there. That's when we know we're going bear. And then we want to watch 518.30. That's our next level. Again, we want to see that 30-minute candle close below that level. That's how you know to keep, that's how I would know to keep holding. And then as we come near 515, I would just close out because you're going to be up 80 to 100% at that time. So I think if you set like a threshold of like, look, I want to make at least 30%, then you know what your return is going to be. Because you want to have, for every $1 you risk, you want to make 3. That's my rule, at least. I want to make $3 for every $1 I put at risk. So if I'm willing to take a 10% loss, I need to see a 30% return in my future. So that being said, that's our those are our SPY. That's our SPY analysis. I gave you both trades, both bear and bull. If you missed those, just scroll back in the video. If none of this makes sense and you need to start with something simpler, or you want help building a trading plan, or you want to follow our coaching protocols, the links at the bottom. We give, honestly, our free shit's better than most paid rooms. I'm just going to say it. I have a high degree of confidence in that. Our goal is to just help people do this right. Could this also be bull flag off this breaking trend on the monthly? Oh my God. So first of all, look at the SPY on the monthly. This is crazy. Sorry, there's so much on the chart. Yeah, so back in October, when let me show you where it was at on the chart. Back in October, November, whatever, when it was trading at a relative low of 350, we were loading up on the 470 calls, which made us about 600%. We were aiming for 560 as our long-term target on the SPY. We hit the 470 calls were in the money. Those made about 500%, 600% on a long-term trade. That was easy money, big position. That made me very happy. Is it breaking out in the monthly? I think it could. If you look at the price action of the last couple of days, or last couple of months, excuse me, I think you're going to see some expansion here where we're going to push maybe 530, 540. So I do think that it's definitely possible. But for the sake of these trades we're talking about, I would keep a very close eye on those levels we mentioned specifically. But I do like strong breakout, and then seeing this kind of tapered flag consolidation kind of tells me that we're going to probably see a nice bump up over the next couple days. That's why we're trading that bullish trade first, and then we have the bearish trade locked and loaded for later. So we'll take a quick glance. I know a few people asked about the QQQs, so let's talk about that. Tech has been going wild, obviously NVIDIA being the core driver there. So let's look at the Qs really quick. We're going to go to the weekly first and foremost. God. All right. So once again, if you don't use that stocks buddy indicator, you should. Bull flag alert. The bull trigger went off 369, and we ran almost $100 from there. So if you're looking for an indicator to watch the market for you, definitely check it out. Phenomenal. Take profit signal given there in the short. No take profit signal on the bull run yet. So that means that stocks buddy has a high degree of confidence. It's still going. I love this tapered consolidation like this too, where you get a very clean breakout point. I think if the Qs break out over 445, I think they're going to just absolutely rip. If we get a strong move above 445, I think this thing's just going to be explosive. If you look at that weekly chart, it's really interesting. So strong move above 445, this thing should go. Because our next support is here, and then the bottom line support is here. I think that this thing definitely can rip even further if that happens. So keep a close eye on the Qs. We're looking for a consolidated breakout, or a breakout out of consolidation here shortly. I would say that it's setting up beautifully to just boom, 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 and then rip. So I would expect that probably midweek if it happens. Worst case scenario, it gets knocked down, but again, I think that's less likely than a breakout. I know a lot of you are curious about NVIDIA. This is one of our biggest trades. This trade made me a lot of money. This is definitely a six-figure return for myself and a number of other members. This was an absolute crusher. If you use this indicator, bull signal on NVIDIA given at 150 before it ripped to 955 plus. Whoever just messaged me on Discord, trade time. I'm just going to put the link here. Whoever just sent me the trade time 119. You messaged me on Discord. I'm just going to drop the link right there in the chat. It's right there. If you want to get that indicator, just sign up through that. That's the easiest way because it auto adds it for you. So yeah, NVIDIA's driving the bunch, right? And I think that what we see right now in NVIDIA is continuation swelling here, right? We got this nice bit of consolidation. Let's get rid of stocks buddy for a minute. We got this nice consolidation happening here, built a base at 863. We're starting to trend higher, higher high, lower low, or higher low, moving to a higher high. RSI consolidating in kind. I think it's very likely we see NVIDIA push 1,000 in the next 2 weeks. I'm still holding this. I have a $250 cost basis on those shares because of that options trade. So I think that it's very realistic that NVIDIA could break out again. Buyers have been pretty strong, even though volume has tapered off a little bit. I think that this one is setting up to be for another move up. And after that, then we're just getting out of control here. So keep that in mind. Trade this one safe. Trade this one smart, because I know that those who followed NVIDIA, I know there's a lot of FOMO. I know everyone's very interested. I want to get a taste of that, but just be very mindful of that. Let's also talk Coinbase here, because this one is very, very interesting. And I really like what we're starting to get here on Coinbase. Where do we buy coin? I want to say we're buying this breakout. I want to thank Jay for that. It was the breakout over 71. This one's been a wild ride. So we were buying Coinbase here. This consolidation was a really easy move to see, right? As we started to consolidate and taper, drop below, like a 71 was pretty much our main accumulation target, where we were buying. Remember, institutions accumulate. They don't just buy the whole position all at once. You want to just lightly layer in your cost basis to get the best possible entry. With our target of 168, we already have this channel mapped out. So we hit our target and then some. I took profit on a chunk right here. And then as we came down, I didn't sell anything because, again, I was willing to break even on what I had left because, double their money on the way up. And now we're trading at 280 plus. So this is fantastic. And the question that was asked to me earlier is, where does coin go from here? That's what I thought. I think we target 306 to begin with. Let's get a better understanding. Let's go deeper. Let's go to the monthly. I think we go 306. I think we need to go relative range rather than going the full width. So between 3 and 320 with potential upside to 500. I mean, we are very strong here. Let's see what Stocks Buddy. So Stocks Buddy alerted this for you even better than we did. Shit, Stocks Buddy gave you the buy signal at that wick down to 67. So we bought at 71, so about the same time. Again, remember this indicator automatically calculates your stop loss. So it's putting 114. So $114 is what it's calculating as the pivot point, aka stop loss on the monthly view. Remember, as you change it to the lower time frames, it adjusts all this data for you. So on the daily chart, Stocks Buddy is giving us 249 as the automatically calculated stop loss, which I would agree with. I think if it loses 261, we're probably gonna sell off there. But taking a look at the weekly, which is the chart I like to use most, I think that we do have significant upside. I think 320 is where we're headed from here. Oh yeah, there it is. So I guess we nailed this. These are the notes from that stream from July 17th. So right here, we were talking about Coinbase. Where's July? So after we had that run up, we broke out over 72. We had 100, and then 625. No way. So in June, right here. This is exact moment, 71.61. When we start talking about Coinbase, we wanted to see it over 64, then 75, then 95. Obviously, the inverse head and shoulder played out, so we nailed that one. So I guess we were buying at 64. I must have bought up. Cool, man. Hell yeah. So I guess we nailed that one. So again, back in June, that's when I gave that analysis on this very stream. So even more, if you could smash the like button, man, and make sure you subscribe so that you get notified every time we do this every Monday. Let's build your watch list together. Let's give you the deep dive on these trades, and let's set you up for success for the week. For those of you that are on Twitter, you can just follow the account. I'm pretty sure it'll notify you whenever you see it. So just follow the account, and that way you'll get notified. I also post some of these trade ideas like on Twitter, just as posts. So feel free to check those out. But again, you want to make sure you're following those because you don't want to miss it. Or our morning watch list because it's absolute fire. All that shit's posted for free, by the way, so don't trip. So Coinbase expectations 322 next with potential upside to 500. So there I said it. I think Coinbase could go to 500. Should crypto continue on this run, remember, like the value of their company, just whether they do anything different or not, they become more valuable as crypto runs, inherently more valuable. Their fees become more valuable because the currency by which they're operating the business, crypto related, is going to continue to increase in value. So their fees grow, their holdings grow, everything grows. And as crypto becomes more widely adopted, more people download the app, more user data they can sell, more brokerage accounts they open, more crypto they have overall in their portfolio. To me, it's a no-brainer. I don't care if it's the best brokerage. I don't care if it's the best exchange. But what I do care about is that it's the most trusted and it's the most used by American consumers that are putting money into crypto. So, and I think they play the nicest with the government. So I think that they're probably poised for the best upside success. So again, we nailed it. We're up almost 400% from that triggered alert that we gave you on this exact stream back in June. So if you watched us for 6 months and you put $1,000 in that trade, you just made $3 grand. Congratulations. You're welcome. So let us get into it, into our favorite game. Let's play a little smash or pass. So as always, this is your time to submit your charts that we'll dive into right here, right now. All I ask is that you put one ticker per post. You can put a couple if you want. Just type only one ticker per comment. For those of you on Twitter, all you have to do is reply to the post that you see. I just posted it. So you could drop yours here just so that you guys get a chance. So, oh, that doesn't even make sense because you're already on Twitter. So, yeah, if you're on Twitter, just drop it in that post. Just drop your comments on this post right here. Posted 42 minutes ago. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So comment your tickers there so that way you guys get a say, and I'll go through the charts that you guys want to see. We just did Coinbase. All right, you guys already dropped them, so let's get into it. TLRY. Friday, we were talking weed stocks, so let's quickly breeze in. Looks like it had a little bit of a down day, but I still think there is some money to be made in weed. That's the weekly there. Let's go to the daily. It looks like it is selling off a little bit. Interesting. So, God, I want to smash this so bad, but I also don't want to take the risk because there's too much downside. But we did drop a little bit. Say 20-cent loss for a $1 something move. That takes the cake 3-1. So I'm just going to do it. So there you go. You got it. I'll just commit to it. Do it. Why not? TLRY, it's getting a smash. Wear that protection, baby, because you want to be safe. That one's going to carry a little bit of risk for you. So keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind. Let's go next on the list. Next on the list. Oh, we got quite a few today. SIDU space. I don't know what this is, but I don't know if I. Oh, that's a little curly Q setup. That could either really pay out or it could be absolutely terrible. Do you have a double bottom setup? You just got to be very careful. Below 342, take a 20-cent loss for pretty significant upside. Mr. Happy. This one's getting a hard smash, Mr. Haps. Absolutely fantastic. So on this one, again, stop being below the wick on that candle. So 326. So you take, oh, that's 40 cents loss. I didn't calculate that. But I mean, you could even go to the bottom of this one. So 345, new low being your cut point. you could easily see $1 move to the upside. I think realistically you could see 2. I don't know anything about this industry or what they're doing, but I will say that this does carry some risk. But I think that right now, as far as risk reward is concerned, this one's kind of a no-brainer. So you're welcome. Well, you guys are in it tonight. You got them tickets ready to go. Next up, NIO. I think we just did this one Friday, man. It's just going to be a hard pass. And, that's going to be a no for me, dog. Because NIO looks like a dead dog. So that's going to be a no for me, dog. That's my favorite meme ever, that Randy. What's his name? Randy Jackson. Citigroup. Oh, God, how are they running? It just makes no sense. One of my favorite as far as banking is concerned. This one was a buy for me after that sell-off for upside and dividend. This is a great play, I think. Over 72, aim for 80? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, very long term, I'd say 100-something plus because they haven't been there for a long time. But I will say, yeah, definitely. I think that, yeah, I'd say even over 61, you're going to 70. And then above 73, you're going to 80. So I think 80 makes sense. And then you have tons of upside if it runs. So that's actually a great upside opportunity, I would say, on that. That one's getting a smash from me, baby. That one looks good. Looks good. So let's keep going. Microsoft, the Bill Gates Fun Time Emporium. Honestly, it's just it's still bullish, but it's gonna be a no, dude. It's just going. It's just still going. And honestly, I don't see much meat is left on the bone here, so I'm gonna have to, unfortunately. It's a reference to the Bill Gates controversy with his apples, his bioengineered apples that are weird and disgusting. This is going to be a no from me on Microsoft. We're topping out. There's not enough upside. There's not enough calculatable upside to say this is definitely worth it at this point. We've run that one dry. So ASST, want that ASST? Oh, I know these guys. So kind of no comment. If it breaks over 78, it could definitely go. But this is just personally between me and you. It's not something I'd invest in, like serious money. If you want to take a quick scalp, not a bad idea. But I would also look up their NASDAQ delisting status because they're under $1. So they need to either pump that price above $1 or a reverse split's coming. So I would trade that very carefully, my friends. All I'm saying is that's not a buy and hold for me. That's a no for me, dog. If you want to take a quick scalp, a little squeezy poo, take a little 10, 15 cent scalp, run it. But I'm not buying and holding that, and I'm being very careful chasing that because, again, they're probably going to get delisted if they don't get above $1. But keep in mind, if they need to pump that stock above $1, putting you in a position where you can lose some money. You don't want to be in that position, so just stay out of it. Amazon, absolutely blowing up out of our trend channel. Remember, this was a buy, bottom of the range 103. We were targeting 147. That range hit. We basically doubled our money on Amazon again. We're up 79% because our buy was at 103. It's trading 179. So if you want these trades, follow that link, baby. Get in there. Get in with us in the Discord so you can start making some money. But I think we're breaching a new range here. Amazon just above 164 general is going to be a hard smash for me. There's the way Jeffy's done it. Give Jeff my best. Keep in mind though, he is dumping his stock. So, but I just don't see how their data and cloud services business doesn't continue to expand, along with the fact that Amazon is just too convenient and has become a fixture in everyone's lives to where we even don't go to the grocery store nearly as much. We just go on Amazon. Did you really just give me AQUEF as a ticker? Oh, it's an OTC? Pass. No thanks. I'm not even going to give that one. I love you, but I'm just going to pass right on that. The chart looks like you might have upside, but I'll just be very, very careful with that. Suncor. Wow. Wow, they've basically been consolidating since 09. Interesting. This was a good one. Who found this one? Page 307. Give them a handshake. This is a good one. I don't know enough about Suncor. I meant to do add this to the list to discuss because this is definitely potential for options. Let's just take a quick look. Let's just take a quick peeky poo. Interesting. Wait, what? Hold on. September 40 call $1.50. January 40 call. Oh, okay, that makes sense. But that 45 has got decent open. Oh, this might be a big daddy options trade for us, my friends. Because that chart is looking. We gotta take a quick peek. Oh wow, PE of 7. What has changed with their business that has brought people to this point where they're buying? This is very interesting. Yeah, I'm liking this. Volume's tapering quite a bit. This was a hell of a buy during COVID. Smartest money in the world got this. Yeah, for those of you in the Discord, we're going to break this down as we're going to take an options trade on this too. So I really like this. This is a great find. Disney nailed it. Look, this is what you get when you be coming to play with us, man. Everybody here had no excuse. I gave you this trade, man. Look at that. Look at that beauty. 282% return. Buy it once, sit and hold it. We were buying this. Lee, one of our best swing traders, was buying this at 80. I bought the breakout over 91. Look at that. To 119 on the dot. Target acquired. And we are up 282% on this one. Easy trade. Easy money trade. This was so easy to see. guys, if you didn't see this, you missed it. This is such an easy range to see. Look how many times it did that. Shouldn't be missing these. If you're missing these, we need to talk. We need to get you a coach, get you a trading plan, and get you tuned in, because you shouldn't be missing out on opportunities like this, guys. This is an easy trade. MKC, don't know. Ooh. Like McCormick Spices, 60, 64, 68, 76. I don't know, after that sell-off, that makes me a little nervous. I don't know enough about. Let's see what Stocks Buddy says in the monthly. Stocks Buddy's still a bear. I'm just going to trust him. It's worth keeping an eye on, but I'm not sold. Let's just see. Oh, so it is staying in this range. It is. You're leaving? All right, I'll see you. Did you? It is staying as. So it is staying in its range. So, like, look, this was resistance. It turned over, now it's support. It's not smashable yet, but it might be. It might be. We're gonna pass for now, but we're gonna add this to the list because I think this will be worth watching. I do like that buyers have come in. I do like that. Oh man, who's Dennis David? That's intense. That's really intense. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your. Sorry, Dennis. Sorry to hear you have such harsh. I don't know, man. That's really intense. I don't know what would have pissed you off that much, but I don't know, man. Dennis, everyone. Dennis Day, DD, double D, everybody. So you got that. SMTC. We're gonna switch. All right, we're gonna knock this out and be done. All right. What is this one? This is semiconductor. No, it's like a semiconductor. Is this an NVIDIA kind of secondary? Just remember, when NVIDIA runs, all these names might get some love, but I'll tell you, just top of my head, that's below 27. Oh, you can't see this. Sorry, it's below 27. Yeah, below 27, that's going to be a pass for me, man. You got to see a little more skin than that. We need to be north of 28. I just don't like it. In this lower range, it's just going to probably go back to $9 or sit at 14 and change. I just don't see that much upside. Like whatever this run was, 2021 COVID money. But if this can pivot over 29, then there's definitely upside. I just don't like it for now. So yeah, Dennis got that pass, man. Getting that smash. All right, it's 5:02. I love you. I love y'all. Stay blessed now. Next week, 5 o'clock Eastern, I'll see you back here. Take those SPY options trades. If the chart plays out, if it doesn't, walk away. We got some other opportunities to make money. We broke down the trades. We went through the smash or pass. Once again, if you don't have access, get in the free Discord, get all the trades, get all the alerts, get all the courses, get all the education, get the one-on-one back and forth. Let's get you a trading plan. Everyone needs their own trading plan based on the way that they do things. Do not trade without it. Oh, Apple. Fine. Last one. That's it. You're welcome, my friend. So here's Apple. It's definitely a hard pass. We're hanging out at what potentially may be the bottom for the next week or two, but we've got longer term trend support hanging in the wings. I'd love to see it come down to 160s or so before really playing with it anymore. I think 180 is going to be top side for now, so it's going to be a pass for me, man. I just sit her down for a while. Just let that Apple sit. It's been going forever, man. That AI hype might hold it up a little bit, but you got some sell blocks there. I mean, look at how much this thing has run. Just track that long-term trend support and or just use Stocks Buddy, put it on the weekly, and you're very likely to never be wrong. But still bearish, same as me. 179, 180 needs to break, and it's not. So this is going to be a sit and wait for me. I'm not touching her, but I love y'all. Stay blessed now. Bye-bye.